Hi, welcome again to another edition of Sound Opinions. You say it because I can't pronounce it.
I put you on the spot.
I'm Joe.
Okay, well, you're Joe, but this person.
That's so hard to pronounce.
Okay.
It should go something like this. Hi, welcome to Sound Opinions. I'm Joe. This is Marianne, and we have 2 CDs to listen to for you today. And the first one is, we're going to struggle, but I'm going to get through this here.
Yeah,
Jake
okay.
Shimabukuro.
Okay, she got it there. And I don't know, this one's kind of hard. Andrew Peterson, The Burning Edge of Dawn.
Right.
We'll start with Shimmy. That's
Shimmy. I'm just, or
Shimmy.
Jakey.
Shimmy, Cocoa Puffs.
Jakey Do here.
Jakey.
The name of the album is Travels.
And he's traveled nowhere outside of Hawaii with his ukulele.
No, actually. It's kind of crazy. He's been all over the world with this thing.
I know he has, but it doesn't seem like it. He needs to pick up another instrument.
So, not so sure how Raina got us involved with this guy, but we're going to try, okay? What did you think?
He's very talented, if you're into ukuleles.
Yeah. I tell you what, the guy is extremely talented. I would rather he had a guitar in his hand, a violin, or something, because his fingers are crazy fast and good. What this is a ukulele virtuoso. He's a composer. He mixes music elements of jazz, blues, funk,
Which
rock,
I didn't hear any of that in there.
bluegrass, classical, folk. What got him some international fame is that somebody secretly posted a YouTube video of him playing While My Guitar Gently Weeps by George Harrison.
Yes.
And
Bam.
boom, it took off.
Concerts selling out, all that. But unfortunately, they'd have to wait 2.5 hours to probably hear that song to get through the 17 that are on here. But you know what? Hey, look there's nothing about drinking or a dirt road.
Well, some of it we can't pronounce,
True.
but
What do you want to share?
how about, okay, I had a laugh. I really did kind of giggle at this one. Low rider.
Yeah, I had that one.
It is the only song
Yeah.
you recognize.
Yep.
So let's try it. We did. Good.
We did try that one.
And anything, just pick a number you like, because
Well, I
they're
had
all...
Departure Suite.
Okay.
Yeah, he is talented. I'm not insulting his talent because he is very good, but
Just a good-looking Japanese guy living in Hawaii, playing the ukulele, and making more money than we are doing this.
Go
that's
to
for sure.
Hawaii, and anywhere you go, if you'll hear that ukulele, it could very well be him.
Mm-hmm.
So, talent-wise, yeah, I'll give him a 5. Go out and buy? Not even 1.
No.
Okay.
And I can guarantee you'll probably never hear this, but if you go to Hawaii this winter, you probably will. And you'll say, I heard this on Sound Opinions.
That
You
shimmy,
can take
shimmy
little
Cocoa
Detroit
Puffs
Lakes
guy.
over to Hawaii with
Yeah.
you. Right.
All right. Well, up next, Andrew Peterson. Okay, Andrew Peterson, and I honestly kept saying to myself, Andre Peterson. It's Andrew Peterson, The Burning Edge of Dawn, Christian artist. What are you?
Andre Peterson.
Isn't he like the football player or something for the Vikings?
Andre?
Adrian?
I don't like the Vikings. That is my excuse.
Oh,
Adrian.
my.
Even you know that?
OMG. I'm thinking, Andre Peterson.
You know. Hey, you know what? I'm not a Vikings fan, and I don't really care.
The Bears.
Oh, they stink. I don't care.
So, Andrew Peterson, The Burning Edge of Dawn. This is a guy. Gospel. Raina, keep a straight face, please. So here's the deal. Guy is an author and probably a really good songwriter. I think the lyrics are great, fine. So bored listening to this. Every song sounded exactly the same.
Yes.
He's got no depth to his voice, no change. He has kind of a Bryan Adams,
A little bit of the
airy
rap.
sound of voice. The words are different, but every song sounds the same.
Yeah, well, I had two that I kind of noted. Let's see, what do you have? Don't know.
No,
But
no.
I got We Will Survive. Let's listen to
Okay.
that.
So tell me the story I still need to hear. Tell me we're gonna make it out alive again. I need to know there's nothing left to fear. There's nothing left to hide. So will you look me in the eye and say we will survive?
We Will Survive, the show with Andre Peterson. Run for a touchdown. Well, do you have anything else? No, I guess not. So we'll go with Rejoice, because that one I marked off.
And when the peace turns to danger, the nights are longer than days, and every friend has a stranger's face. Then deep within the dungeon cell, you have to make a choice.
I mean, it's good, wholesome music. He's talented, but yes, it is by far
Sleeper
the same
music.
thing. But I mean, it's good, but it's not good because he needs to kind of differentiate. So, what are you gonna go? Go with a 1? No, Andre Peterson.
You know, when I listen to a CD and I can't even come up with something, a little circle, a little star, a little smiley, a little anything, I just can't wait for that to be done. And that's where I was with
Yeah.
this CD. So 1 is being pretty generous.
And you know what? We're just gonna blame it on Raina. There we go. We'll see you next time.
No, this one could blame on Andre.
Andre.
Thank you.
Hello, well today we have Kevin Dizzy, and Kevin has brought out his 1960 Austin Healey Sprite. You want to tell us a little bit about this Sprite?
Sure, Rod. I first bought the car in 1982. I also had a MGA Roadster at the time, and I actually purchased it at kind of started at a Dairy Queen down in Glen Lake, down in the Minneapolis area, back in 1982. So we've had the car. You know, my father and I owned the car for a while, and we got it back about 10 years ago. And it's a very fun car to drive. It's it's a sports car. It's 1960. Actually manufactured in the UK in 1959, December of 1959. They actually didn't title the car until 61, so the title says 61. They didn't title European cars until they were sold in the States here back at that time. And this particular car is totally original. The wheels that are on it are basically they're reproduced, but they are the correct vintage for the car.
Yes. And how about the top?
The top is a factory hard top. It's a removable fiberglass hard top, and it's very easy. One person can take it off, turn it into convertible, and it's even more fun to drive with the top off.
Yes. Now, did this car originally start out in 1958?
This car was produced from 1958 through 1961 over in the UK. And they actually only produced, I think, just a handful of them in 61, but a lot of them are titled as 62s yet.
Okay. And then this one doesn't have roll-up windows. The later version had roll-up windows?
The later version had roll-up windows. This is referred to as the Bug-Eye Sprite, which is the original Sprite that Austin Healey produced. It had curtains, side curtains that fastened in on the doors.
And this is probably the smallest car that we're going to see in production back in 1960. Huh?
That's right. It's also actually the car that kept Austin Healey going. If it wouldn't have been for this car, Austin Healey probably would not have survived. They sold approximately just under 49,000. Produced just under 49,000 total of this particular model from 58 through 61.
And were most of them imported into the U.S.?
About 99% of them were imported in the U.S. and very few were sold over in Europe.
Okay. Did they have a cousin at the same time, the MG? Did that come out at the same time, or was that later?
That came out later. That came out. This is what's referred to as the Sprite 1. The Sprite 2 came out in 61, and the Sprite 2 is when the MG started having the MG Midget available.
Well, that's right, and that's when they came out with the roll-up windows.
That's right.
And a little
they didn't come out with the roll-up windows until the third generation of the Sprite, the second generation of the MG Midget.
Okay, and one of the things that I remember having one myself was the starter, the location of the starter, or the starter selector, I suppose they say, a starter button or
it's a
pull
button
cord or
you button that you push in, and it's located right near the center of the dash. And so you turn the key ignition on, and you have to have that on before you push the starter button before it'll start up.
Okay, and the other thing that I thought was original on these was the turn light selector.
Yes, the turn light selector is basically a toggle switch that's
okay, we'll be looking at that a little bit later here.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of the dash too, and it's just got one indicator light to let you know that it is flashing. You don't know which direction you're flashing, but the toggle tells you which direction you've got.
That tells you. What else can you tell us about this nice little car?
Well, it's like I said originally, it's all original. It's got the original transmission in it. The engine is a 948cc engine, which is, I think it puts out about 48 horsepower. A lot of people that had these cars that have them today will put in a bigger engine out of a newer Sprite, and they'll put a different transmission, and some people even put a 5-speed. This has got a 4-speed manual in it. With a 5-speed transmission, a larger engine, this thing is probably like a Cobra, the power to weight ratio.
Okay, now somebody will ask, well, how fast will it go?
The way it is, it's stock. Right? It's comfortably going down the road 55 miles an hour.
Okay.
You can go 60, but I wouldn't want to push it for very long at 60 miles an hour.
Thanks for being with us today, Kevin.
Well, thanks, Rod.